digital signs like this really bother me. You know, people put them in, and it's nothing against this one or this place. This is Western High School, a Baltimore City public school. I've done a couple of short vertical videos about this one, and I'm just drawn to it, thinking about what the heck is that? It looks something like a geometric representation of the shape of Baltimore City, with some little boats floating in the harbor, potentially. Also, in this form, the boats look a lot like the kids' game, Battleship. Is this becoming a rant? I hope not. Just a bunch of little metal nodes with LED lights. They're on hinges. I guess you could take those screws out and then they would just fold down and you could make repairs if needed. The other side that faces south is just, for the last couple of months, it's just been off. It's got what looks like some sort of a cell phone tower built into the side of it. And the side that faces north just runs random abstract art all the time. It's had other designs on it before. I rode over here on my e-scooter one time when it had something that looked like a Mario Brothers character on it. Like I'm seeing a hair shape. That's like the back of the head. Maybe that's the nose. And then we have arms and legs and maybe some kind of a weapon. What do you think? There's just something about the whole thing that makes me imagine painting it. And in like the post-apocalypse, this would still be a good place to put a sign, but the sign should be hand-painted. I could paint it and it would last forever. I would just put, in the post-apocalypse, I would have to load up sort of a Hudson sprayer type of device that sprayed paint, pressurize it by hand and spray it with the right acrylic primer. And then, of course, I could use any kind of premium house paint I wanted. It would last until we got electricity back. And again, nothing against Western High School. Great kids, great schools. That's what I always say. I think they should also have great signs. And digital signs have always kind of appealed to me in a way. I think back to college and immediately post-college when I had a buddy who was really funny. He made these great videos. But he moved to Portland, Oregon, and so, like anyone who moves to Portland, Oregon, he's dead to me forever. And he doesn't make videos anymore. He codes websites. I gotta get gas, and I gotta get my scaffold out of the Jewish Museum of Maryland. This lumber cart that they're letting me use is great. It has no rolling resistance, but it kind of has a mind of its own still. It doesn't want to steer correctly. So in other words, no rolling resistance, but a little bit of steering resistance. An interesting tool. I've always wanted to have my own lumber cart. Really a fascinating piece of equipment. It's capable of traveling at great speeds. You could run alongside of it. You could push it along with a stick like kids used to do back in the Depression with like a hoop or a wheel. Hoop and stick. This thing could work like hoop and stick game. Except for the fact that sometimes it decides it wants to go to the right or to the left. I guess depending on which way you're pushing it. Then when you come to a stop, it's like as if you put a marble on the floor, it will just roll towards whatever the lowest spot is. It's a marvel of engineering, this. Not touching it, not touching it. It's just moving on its own. So I got to load very carefully this 2 tiers of baker scaffold into the van because it's going directly to my next job site. I'm kind of in the heat of busy season, and a lot of times it makes sense to do it this way. Take the equipment straight from one job to the next. Leave it in the van, even though I'm going to be picking up my kid from nature class and doing stuff here and there around town, getting groceries. I need some Diet Dew. And then I got to return their lumber cart to the inside of the building and return this fob.